in the time that you came into the dog world, right? Was they worried about breathing and dogs overheating back then, or is that something that's current? Is that just a new generation thing?
Couldn't have.
Boy, dogs been falling out since they've been making American bullies.
Yeah.
Anytime they introduced this bulldog to the new
For sure.
pit or American bully, they've always had the breathing issue.
Okay.
Think about this: 110-pound dog outside in the heat.
Yeah.
Just take a moment to think about
Yeah,
that. You
that's
think that dog ain't had no issues breathing?
Yeah.
Thinking about
So
me
was
in the
so
heat.
Thank you.
I just don't remember the dogs from when I'm growing up. I don't remember any of my dogs.
because think about
I don't remember worrying
Alan.
about the heat. My dogs was outside, but also this type of
How
heat
much
that
did they weigh?
You're right. This
Yeah.
type of heat that we have today is different though. Too.
Yeah, it's a new
Yeah.
sun
This-
out there.
yeah.
It's a new
Oh,
sun.
but
in
then
there.
when I was
too,
a kid, it was
but
hot
Alan,
back
but
in the
it was
day.
but
nah,
Alan,
it was never too hot
Back
to
in
go
the day, it
outside.
was-
yeah.
Back then, back in
Yeah.
the day,
Yeah.
it's too hot
Hey.
to go outside nowadays.
That's because we older.
But it's too hot. You won't even let your kids go outside. It's
I
so
will.
hot.
They just don't want to go because it's too much internet and game systems and
Yeah.
we was outside. Why you think they were busting water pipes and water
Yeah,
hydrants
you
and
right.
shit like
You
that?
right.
It was hot.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember it was hot.
It did look hot on Do the Right
Yeah, it was
Thing.
hot.
Yeah, it did look hot. Yeah,
You
yeah,
think
yeah.
it was as hot? It had with global
Nah, it was-
warming
it
and
was
everything.
hot,
it has
dog.
to be hotter now.
It was hot, man. The world,
And
man.
but at the same time, shit, with these dogs, especially with the XLs, the pockets, was because they made a class for them. Now, was they still the dogs that they call XLs now, or was they the standard back then, or was what was the variation? Would you know what I'm saying?
The XL may have
That trickle
Just a
that
lit-
it played the fence a little bit, huh?
yeah
the standard came first though, right?
yeah,
But they was already big though. Like they was already.
they was 17-inch dogs was like the standard back
Yeah.
then. 16, 17. You got over 18, you was an XL because your look changed a little bit. You still wasn't when you was a standard. You was more stout, more wide, more Dave Wilson's vision of what the American bully should epitomize. And it wasn't a super tall dog, which the XLs came into play.
Yeah.
But they teetered between that standard and XL line back in the day on
that style of dog.
on the standards back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's a question, because I wasn't in the game and I was too young around that time. Here's a question I always had, and maybe you can get some insight on it. How did Dave Wilson? How was he able to get the world to buy into his vision of something that's totally against the grain?
I know you gonna can I go first and then you just follow up after me? Can I
don't want to forget what I'm gonna say, but go ahead.
Yeah, let him go. Let him go, Tony.
go, dog?
Is yours gonna be quick?
Let him go because
mine ain't never quick.
Now look. Now this is public record.
yeah,
You can go on YouTube and type in Dave Wilson's name. He has many interviews. On the interview, Dave recorded. It's with Zeb. Shout out Zeb. It's an interview with
seen that
Zeb
interview.
Pitts, the legend, Zeb, the GOAT. Hey,
for sure.
Dave Wilson got on here and said it was like promoting for an artist or a concert or a show. We went to the beauty shops. We went to the car shows. We went to the malls with these flyers and dogs. Put them on like we was tagging cars and so when we did have a show, we had to make it bigger than life so people bought into what we were selling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because like today, people ain't really buying into whatever they're not buying into, but you have to start to make it become more acceptable. So you have to
Facts.
go to the place where people don't necessarily always get accepted. The tattoo
God.
shows,
Yeah.
the because people wasn't into
They
that.
went
you know what I
everywhere.
mean?
They went everywhere. People didn't, that was like pretty much shunned on a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it made people accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see, they had to go around like a tour.
Yeah.
And they had to go around like they were promoting a rock star, like they were promoting rock stars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's got to be a group of us. It can't just be me because I can't do everything by myself.
Yeah.
So you might live in Chicago, you might live in LA, and you got people in LA, you got people in Chicago, I got people here in Texas. So me and my people that believe in what I'm doing, we're gonna hit this show, we're gonna hit this other show, and we're gonna hit this other show. And then y'all gonna hit the shows in y'all area. And then we're gonna go to these outside, the things that people not gonna think about, the barbershop. We're gonna tag cars. And so we come to the show, and when we come to the show, we're gonna put our dogs on the stage to make them look so we got lights. Now, at the dog show, Man, say. let me
Nah,
say,
keep
at
going,
the
keep
dog
going.
show, at the dog show, they had lights like this for the stage, the Elite Edge. They was started the thing called the Elite Edge. It was the people, the supporters of the American Bully and what Dave Vision was, a group of them. Sean, a lot of guys I can name. But they had a stage set up for the dogs. Like, they had to have a moving truck to bring it in, bruh.
Nah,
Like
oh, God.
platforms.
Oh,
And they
God.
literally sat the dogs up. Each dog had a platform and a light stand that would shine on, so everybody would come to the booth and see, ooh, look at the Elite Edge. They had a banner always at least 20 foot long. Elite Edge, that's all it said. You might be part of
Hey,
whatever
hey, what's that?
your specific bullet camp is,
Yeah.
and your specific bullet camp, and his specific bullet camp, but we all come together. We're the Elite Edge, like the 817.
Yeah.
We all the 817. The big
And-
banner is just
and-
817, but we all got super stud dogs, and we promote like they rock stars.
Hey,